You hear me okay?
Yep. Testing, testing.
I hear you.
Okay.
I'll prop this door open for a second. So continuing down the checklist. RPMs are 55 right now. Oil pressure came up. Oh, and then clutch are on. Blades were turning in less than 5 seconds. Clutch light's still engaged. The clutch is still engaging, so we don't go any further until clutch light's out. But we can make sure that the radio's on, which we do. GPS just letting us know that it's expired, or what its expiry date is. That's okay. This would only apply if we had a HSI, which we don't, or an RMI. We'll continue on through. So let's get distance information from bend. So press nearest, cursor in, direct to bend to activate. And let's go over to a map view that's got a decent zoom level so we can make use of this. You still hear me okay?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yep. Okay, clutch lights out, so now we can roll up to 75%. So if I roll up, I'm watching the RPMs.
Lamaco is 1 mile to the east, departing northeast. 4,000.
Clutch lights come back on momentarily, that's fine. So we'll leave it at 75. Try and keep your left hand on the throttle as much as possible, because as we roll up, there's a good chance the governor may grab it, as it might just gently vibrate up, and then it will, so we need to be able to grab that throttle at any time as much as possible.
Okay.
So you notice I'm using my right hand to do things while I keep my left hand on the throttle.
Okay.
We can check for unusual noises at this point, so just lift off a cup or pull your helmet to the side slightly.
Good to me.
Listening for engine rough running, whining of bearings, that kind of thing. Anything that's not usual. We're waiting for the gauges to come up in the green before we continue, and they're pretty much there. But I'm just going to get the weather real quick whilst we let that last one come up. 134425.
Bend Municipal Airport, automated weather observation 1645 Zulu, weather, wind calm, visibility more than 10, sky condition clear below 12,000 feet, temperature 23 Celsius, 2.13 Celsius, altimeter 3026 inches of mercury, remarks, density altitude 4,800 feet.
Okay, the winds are calm, so 16 is the runway we'll use today.
Airport, automated weather observation.
We'll pay attention to what other people are using as well.
5 Zulu, weather, wind calm, visibility more than 10,
Temperature dew point, we need to listen out for that one.
2,000 feet, temperature 23 Celsius, 2.13 Celsius, altimeter 3026 inches of mercury.
Okay, we've got that. So there is a 10-degree split, and we're still below 30 degrees centigrade, so we will be using carb, okay?
Okay.
We'll keep that out of the yellow. Carb also means if we're pulling full carb, we can have an extra 1.5 inches to our manifold pressure limits, as long as we're not redlining it.
Okay.
It also means that all of our out-of-ground, in-ground effects ceilings will be reduced by 2,000 feet for using carb.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
All right, we have 3 in the green, so we'll continue on with the checklist. Back drop, looking for a 7% drop or less over 2 seconds. 75%, 1 to the left, 1,000, 2,000, less than 7%, back over, on both. Okay. 2 to the left, 1,000, 2,000, normal, back over, 2 to the right, make sure we're on both, make sure the key's set.
Okay.
Next thing we're going to do is carb heat. So we'll pull carb heat up. I'm watching for that temperature to come up. I'm identifying. Whenever you reach anything down here, it's 2 stages. Identifying, make sure you see what you're pulling, and then pull. So identifying carb heat and pulling carb heat. We'll see the carb temperature come up.
There it goes.
Put it back down. It should drop down.
Okay.
Great. We will, like I said, we'll use it. I'm not going to pull it up right now because it's so hot anyway, but we'll make sure we monitor that and keep the carb heat out of the yellow.
Okay.
Next piece, sprag clutch check. So it's quite a quick movement of the throttle, so we want to make sure we've got our hand wrapped so that we can only really go one way. We'll just roll up a tiny bit and then roll off. Okay. So I'll watch the RPMs as I'm doing it, so I'm starting to roll up. Now I reverse that for the close.
Yep.
And there's a good split, the sprag clutch is working. If the engine fails, our rotors will keep turning.
Okay.
That's what that check's all about.
for the downwind.
All right, the rest of this, my door is now latched. Yours is off.
Yep.
We're up to here. Manifold limits. So, remind me, what was the manifold limits here today?
21.9.
21.9 and 22.8.
22.8.
21.9, so just under 22 for our max continuous, potentially adding another 1.5 inches if we're full copy.
Yep.
Traffic, Scout 326 Mike Echo.
Okay. The rest of this bit here, I'm going to put this away because I'm going to take the frictions off and I want both hands on the controls.
Okay.
So if you got anything in your pocket there, was that clear?
It's clear.
Okay, so we don't want anything flying out your door. You got nothing loose in your pockets?
Nope.
Okay, good.
We're all good.
Yeah, my friction's coming off. I'm just going to turn these guys up a little bit.
Okay.
Friction's coming off here. Forward to go.
So,
Lefty loosey.
radio controls, how will we do that?
Well, I think what we'll do is see how you want to go with this, right?
Okay.
I can tell you what to say, or you can, tell me what you think you want to say, and then if you're ready to do it, you can go ahead and do it.
Okay.
So as people get there, frictions are off. I always check with a little bit of movement of the cyclic, make sure we have free frictions.
Okay.
You'll know, you won't be able to make movements easily, so I just do a little bit of movement here.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to start rolling up.
Okay.
And as I get to 80%, the governor's going to catch it and start doing its job, and I'm going to slow it down. I don't want it to just race up, so I'm retarding the throttle slightly.
Okay.
And it's sitting at the top of the green, that's good.
Okay.
And now I'm going to roll down and do a low RPM check. Again, watching the RPMs, making sure I'm going the right way. Put my hand this way, fingernails up, so I can only roll one way. So if you put your hand like this, so go all the way around, so you can follow along. So that way you can only roll close to you, right?
Right.
And watch the RPMs and do it slowly. We do it slowly, we roll down. We'll roll down a little bit more. Okay, and then we raise slightly, so I'm on with you there, we're doing this together. And there's the horn, and it came off again at the lower collective, let the RPMs come back up.
Okay.
Alright, so then we do our checks here. Lights are out, top of the green.
Green.
3 in the green. Fuel's good. We have approximately just over 1 hour in the main tank and just over 30 minutes in the auxiliary tank.
Perfect.
We have a flight time. We have to be on the ground about 45 minutes past anyway, so that would be about 55 minutes flight time.
Okay.
Fully in within our fuel requirements.
We have another flight tonight anyway, so
yeah,
we'll be good.
Okay, everything's set down here. Radio's set.
Traffic, Scout 326
Let's just listen to this guy quick.
16. And traffic.
So, what I did catch, he was using 1.6, didn't catch exactly what he was doing with 1.6, but so 1.6 is in use, like we said.
See him out there?
Say again?
See him out there?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I've got another guy on downwind up here. Another thing we do, just before we pick up, I want to get my nav lights on, my landing light on. That lets anyone know around us that something's changed about this helicopter. In this case, we're going to pick up. Even if they're not listening on radio, they'll see something's changed.
All right, sounds good.
And finally, what is the windsock doing? What's the wind going to do as I pick up? Well,
So it's headed that way, but it's pretty calm.
so maybe we'll get a tiny push from behind, but not much.
Okay.
All right, still clear to the left. Clear your way.
Good this way. This is all yours.
Okay, so I'm going to pick up and do the initial takeoff. If you want to make the initial radio call, so what it would be is
3040 kilo lifting off leading edge.
yeah, picking up leading edge, taxiing to Alpha 2, and then put bend on the end of it as well.
All right. Bend area traffic, Northern 3040 kilo helicopters lifting off leading edge to taxi area Alpha 2.
Good, yeah. Just put bend on the end because we sometimes pick up Dallas traffic, vice versa. Good job. All right, like I said, lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel is good, carb heat's just out the yellow. I may get you to pull the carb heat up. Just put your hand on the carb heat, make sure you know what I'm talking about.
Carb heat?
Yeah,
Okay.
so at some point I may ask you to pull maybe an inch or two up on the carb
Okay,
heat.
sure.
All right, so my eyes are outside, and I'm starting to pull up on the collective.
Okay.
We do a 2 or maybe more stage pickup, right? So the idea is we get light on the skids and we fix anything. Maybe it's yaw, maybe it's drift. We fix it before we continue up any further.
Okay.
643 spec, turning final 16, touch and go, Ben.
There's 18 inches of manifold pressure still coming up.
Yeah, you're pretty light here.
Okay, so there's a little bit of movement. So
Yep.
now I'm going to fix that and then fix that.
There you go.
And we'll just keep on coming up. Bring ourselves up to about 2 or 3 feet hover.
Okay.
Do a quick power check here. We're pulling 21.5 inches of manifold pressure. That's good. That's fine.
Alright.
Carbeat's just out of the yellow. I might get you to pull some carbeat prior to us taking off.
Okay, pulling carbeat.
Hold it for now.
Okay,
Hold it for now. We're still just out of the yellow.
Traffic south, 326 Mike Echo is clear, or 16, band traffic.
My tail's clear as I make a right pedal turn, always clearing as we turn.
Good this way?
Good, thank you. As much as possible, we follow these lines, and you know, it just makes our movements predictable.
Okay.
When it makes sense for us not to, you know, just to get out of the way, well,
okay.
It's not a definite rule. We can always do what's best for safety and for getting on the go or whatever. All right, this is a movement area, so we need to double check
clear right
before we cross. Okay, clear.
Are we using taxiway for takeoff?
We can use taxiway for takeoff. I prefer, while we're doing initial training as much as possible, we use the runway. It gives you a little bit more left and right.
Okay. So should it say taxiing the 16?
Well, currently, I think we said taxiing to Alpha 2. So we'll continue on up to Alpha 2.
Okay.
And when we get to Alpha 2, we'll stop and check and see what the condition is of the runway, or whether it makes sense to just take off on Alpha.
Okay.
Go 16 left coast traffic.
Would you better turn those guys up just slightly? I just think the priority should be a little bit. Good. Should be a little bit higher volume on the radios than you and I. Because you and I, we can say the same. You can say to me, "What did you say?" We can say that on the radio too, but it's really important for me to hear the traffic calls above us. Okay, we've got another intersection, so left and right and ahead. Double checking we're clearing.
Clear right.
And we'll come up and hold short here probably, and kind of take off behind this Pilatus or whatever it is that's gonna. It's always a good time to make a hold short call. So you can say holding short Alpha 2.
Okay. Bend area traffic, helicopter November 3040 kilos holding short of Alpha 2, taxiway to bend traffic.
Good.
Band traffic, Cessna 96, put the Quebec, straight left, crosswind.
Okay, let's actually put this down for a second. So we'll just lower this down. We don't need to make any radio calls for this. Alright.
Alright, waiting for that guy?
Yep. He's on the roll.
Okay.
Gonna crack my door slightly whilst we're here.
So is it company rule that you don't take your door off, or is it just preference that you don't take your door off?
It's company rule, and it's in the POH that as much as possible we keep this door on. Just that if something flies out this door in forward flight, it's very likely to hit our left, our tail rotor. Alright, so that Pilatus is a little bit heavier than us. Potentially, do you know what wake turbulence is?
Yeah, it's turbulence coming off the aft edge, not the leading edge, but it's going down. Once they pick up, it's going to be like the induced flow for the rotor blades.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about in airplanes especially. Heavier aircraft produce more downwash and more vortices that come off the tips.
Okay.
And so something we're aware of is light helicopters, light airplanes, we watch out for that. So as we make our takeoff roll, we just watch out for there might be some potential kind of turbulent activity as those wake turbulences are coming off this aircraft.
Okay.
Alright, lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel good, carbeat's still good. So eyes outside, picking up on the collective, you can follow along. Just make sure light, especially on the pedals.
Right, okay.
Coming up on 18 inches, got a little bit of movement there, fix that, eyes outside, a little bit of drift. Bring it up into a hover.
Okay.
Alright, so double check, we're about 21.5 inches, that's good for power setting right now. Carbeat's out of the yellow still, good. Clear to the left, and clear to the right. Being a calm wind day, people will approach from either end and not always on the radio.
Okay.
Okay, so you can make a call saying that we are taking off 16, right close traffic via Alpha 2.
Right close traffic.
Yep.
Bend area traffic, helicopter November 3040 kilos, taxiing to runway 16, taking off 16, right close traffic, bend traffic.
Okay,
good enough.
No worries.
Band traffic, Cessna 96, put the Quebec, turning left base, 16.
Okay, that was a left base call, you see him?
Yep, I got him. I'm going to turn him up just a little bit more.
Yep.
Okay.
No, we have a 5-minute max, just under 23, and so we should use that to make sure that we don't hit the ground on takeoff roll.
Okay, clear right.
Clear left, clear right. Alright, do my checks real quick. Lights, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel good, carb, heat's good. So we'll keep this going. Pull up to 23 if we need it.
Traffic 796, take back.
Push forward.
16, full stop.
Okay, coming up to 40, 45 knots.
Okay.
Still holding 23 inches. Wings start coming off, side flick.
40, transit.
And then looking up as we climb, make sure we're not about to fly into anything above us.
Okay.
Keep holding at 23 inches.
Okay.
As the rotor system gets a little bit more efficient, the manifold pressure will drop slightly without you having to do anything on the collective, so that allows you to pull up a little bit more collective.
Okay.
And we'll climb out about 60 knots.
Okay.
And we're looking for at least 300 feet before we make our turn, so we'll call that 3,800 feet.
Okay.
Okay, and so I'm going to just demo this as showing you how we want the pattern done, and then and we'll try and get you to be doing most of the next one.
Okay.
That's 300 feet AG out, clearing left and ahead and right, always clearing before we make a turn.
Okay.
And as we make the turn, keep the power in.
Okay.
Try not to let the nose drop or fall too much. And this is quite a tight turn here. Because of noise abatement, they want us to stay over the road on the right downwind for 1.6.
Okay.
So this is a tight turn, and we'll actually move out a little bit once we get past these houses.
Okay.
On our downwind, there's a couple of things we're looking for. We're doing our lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel good. Carb heat's good.
Okay.
Carb heat's still out the edges. Actually, maybe just pull it up 1/4 inch, please. So put your hand down to identify carb heat, and then pull up 1/4 inch. Cool.
Is that good?
Yep, that's good.
All right.
So we're in a right downwind, so you can go ahead right downwind 1.6.
Okay. Secondary traffic, helicopter 3040 kilos on right downwind for runway 16.
Good. So we do our pattern 70 knots and 500 feet, so I'm a little bit low, so I'll come up a little bit on the collective. Now I'm also scanning ahead here. I'm looking at what's our options for landing. So Bravo taxiway, I don't mean emergency landing, I mean the runway. So Bravo taxiway is clear, the runway is clear.
Okay.
There's an airplane in the Alpha run-up area, so that's not an option.
Okay.
And the windsock, I checked the windsock. Windsock shows we're still, actually we're favoring 1.6 right now, slightly. And we come up beam our spot, we're going to aim for the, actually we're going for the 1,000-foot mark, let's give ourselves plenty of room.
Okay.
So as we come past our spot, we can start descending and bleeding off a little bit of airspeed. So maybe we'll drop off about 200 feet and get back to about 60 knots prior to turning base. You notice how I kind of like turned out a little bit, widened this up, now we're past the houses.
Okay.
So on this pattern, this 1.6 pattern,
Can I get jet fuel over at Epic for 850 Delta Victor?
this treatment area is a good place to turn. This will give you plenty of time to get yourself set up nicely for final. So we won't drop any lower. We'll hold at 60 knots and 3,800.
Okay.
We're about to make a turn into the final area, so we're checking left, again, left, forward, and ahead, but especially anyone coming in on final without announcing, and someone on other base coming into the head-on. So
we're going to announce final?
we can make a call. You can now say on base, right base, turning final for 1.6. We'll combine those calls. Right base, turning final, 1.6.
On base, turning final. Binary traffic, helicopter 3040 kilos, turning to base for final runway 16. So we're going to just turn, just kind of line up right directly with it.
Yep, so we're going to turn to the runway, and you can now say we're on final 1.6.
Okay. Binary traffic, helicopter 3040 kilos on final for runway 16.
Okay, I'm doing a little check here. Lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel good, carb heat's good. Our cruise trim's off, and our spot's clear. Wind's still favoring 1.6 approach. So we're just bleeding off the airspeed and altitude simultaneously. I want to try and get it to a sort of a brisk walking pace, to a slow walking pace as we come over the actual spot.
Okay.
And what I want to do is I want to see where I hold this position right now. This is kind of a normal approach to that 1,000-foot marker.
Okay.
Those 2 white markers. I don't want that to move up or down on my windshield.
Okay.
Because I just want to just keep closing at this angle. If it starts moving up, it means we're sinking.
Okay.
And I need to pull up on the collective.
Okay.
So it's moving up a little bit there. So on short final, double check this guy's still holding short. Hopefully he's seen us. He hasn't said he's holding short.
He's good.
And as we lose airspeed, as we go below 30, things become much less efficient. So I like us to say 30 knots, watching out for our descent. And this is also where we'd make a good idea to decide whether we're going round or not. So I check my power setting.
Okay.
We've got plenty of power, so we'll just keep walking this in, walking this in. As we get slower, we're going to have to pull in a little bit of collective. Keep on walking this in, and we'll just terminate this to a hover just at the start of the 1,000-foot markers.
Okay.
All Alright, so we came up maybe a tiny bit short, but that's fine. We've got the room when we're just working on it. Alright, lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel good, car beats good.
Okay.
So you can say taking off 16, right close traffic.
Helicopter 3040 kilos, taking off right close traffic, runway 16, bend area traffic.
Good, okay. Alright, so on the upwind I'm going to give you the controls, a little bit of a sync there.
Okay.
Just gradually pull forward.
Traffic, Cessna 20262, taxi to position on 16, and I'll wait till the helicopter moves out of the pattern there.
Okay, it's our 40, 45, so just gently off cyclic, just enough to get us climbing out. The airspeed will still keep building. Make sure we're clearing above.
Okay.
And we're still pulling 22 to 23 inches. We'll use our 5 minute to climb out here, 55 to 60.
Okay.
Let's get us up to about 300 feet, and then I'll get you to take the controls, okay?
Okay.
So, if you want me to do the radios, I'm fine to do that, and you can concentrate on flying, or if you want to try and do it all, I'm fine with that too, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Okay.
You let me know. Okay, there's 300 feet, still 60 knots climbing out, your controls.
Okay, my controls.
Okay, you have the controls.
Okay.
So once we've got 300 feet, we're good to start making our turn.
Okay.
Remember to clear as we make our turn, or prior to making our turn.
So would we get, say that tree line maybe we'll do a turn with the...
We can make a turn now, we've already got at least 300 feet AGL, just clear left, forward and right.
Okay.
Bend traffic, Cessna 20262, departing 16, left traffic, departing the pattern to the north, bend.
Okay, keep our power up, push our nose forward a little bit, we want to keep that airspeed in the turn, so a little bit, there you go. Up with the power a little bit, there you go. Good, alright, let's try and we'll try and use this road as our guide.
Right.
So as we have now turned downwind, we need to make sure we do a downwind checks.
Okay, so we're going to call downwind?
Yeah, you make a downwind call for 16 right traffic.
Okay.
Or right downwind for 16.
Okay. Bend area traffic, helicopter 3040 kilos on right downwind for runway 16.
Okay. So make sure everything's good. Lights are out. Top of the green.
Okay.
3 in the green. Fuel's still good. Carby's out of the yellow.
Okay.
We're looking for 70 knots and 4,000 feet on the downwind.
Okay.
And we're also still scanning for traffic.
Fuel track crossing 16 from Alpha 3 to Bravo 3.
Okay. Looking ahead, looking at our spot.
Okay.
And looking at the windsock. As we get past this last house, we can start kind of turning out a little bit to widen up this path.
Okay. There's 70, almost 4,000.
Okay, and as we come and beam our spot, which is our 1,000-foot markers, we can start descending a little bit. Well, we're already 100-foot low from the
Fuel
path.
truck clear at Bravo 3.
Aim out here a little bit more. Aim out for this treatment plant.
And traffic, Cessna 1773 Romeo is 5 northwest of the field. We'll be doing a midfield cross to enter left downwind, landing 16.
Okay, so he'll be coming over the top of us, over the field, coming in.
Okay.
So when we come out here, and we're going to make our right base.
Bend traffic, Cessna 20262, left crosswind from 16, bend.
As you make the turn, you can say turning right base 16.
Okay. Bend area traffic, helicopter November 3040 kilos, turning right base, downwind, runway 16.
Okay, so we just right base, we've gone, yeah.
Okay, right base.
No, yeah.
Okay.
You're good. Alright, so well, let's double check, make sure we're not about to fly into anyone on final or other base, clear left.
Okay.
And we'll try and keep the airspeed about 60, maybe lose about another 100 feet.
Okay.
And then we're going to make a final turn and a final
traffic, Cessna 20262 is on the left downwind for 16, and I'll be departing the pattern out to the north. Bend.
Okay, turn for final, we'll make it cool.
Okay. Bend area traffic, helicopter 3040 kilos, turning for final on runway 16.
Okay, so what we're going to do here, do a quick check. Lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel good, car beat, cruise trim is off. Don't let your nose go too much. There you go. Okay, so we're a little bit high and a little bit left, so let's lower the collective to descend.
Okay.
Keep coming down with the collective. Okay, and what we're going to do here on this approach, we're not going to bring it to a hover, we're just going to bring it back to about 30 or 40 knots. And then we're just going to go off and do a takeoff from there.
Left downwind, landing 16.
Okay, let's keep the airspeed in, got the collective down. Don't dive too much, and a little bit of right pedal. Keep your eye on those trim strings as well. Okay.
Wow, really not losing much.
Yeah, so maybe come down a little bit more on the collective.
Right.
and bend traffic. Cessna 20262 midfield on the left downwind, departing to the north bend.
Good. Okay. Now, let's hold the airspeed. Do you want to get down about 40 knots?
Okay.
Try and stay center line. Try and stay center line. Keep that airspeed alive. Okay, so now we're going to just go around. So we'll pull in some power.
Okay.
Push the nose forward. Pull in some more power. Pull in power. Don't let it drop any more like that. That's it. Keep coming up on the collective. Up for the collective. All the way up to 23 or 22. And we're at 45 knots, so you can just aft cycle it. Clear as we climb.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just make a quick call for us. Bend traffic, getting up to 40 kilo. Going around 16 right traffic bend. Alright, and as we're climbing out, we want to make sure we're in trim, so a little bit of left pedal there.
Okay.
So when you see a trim string, you push the opposite pedal. So if you see it all on the right, you push left. There you go.
Traffic, 1773 Romeo, left downwind.
A little bit more airspeed, push forward a little bit more for airspeed. That's it, hold it there. Just remember, real small movements, it will come through, it's just a slight delay in the system. So you push forward a little tiny bit, and then hold it there and wait, and see what happens. The airspeed comes up. So we want to be climbing out somewhere around 55 to 60.
Okay.
We're approaching our 300 feet, so as we get to the 300 feet AGL at 3,800 MSL, we're then got enough altitude to consider it safe to start thinking about turn. So we'll start looking out left, forward and right.
Okay, left, forward, clear, right, turning right.
Okay, make your right turn, keep the nose down, don't let our airspeed drop off. And you're going to have to pull a little bit of power in the turn to make sure we don't start descending. A little bit more power, come up on the collective a little bit, there you go. A little bit, oh, okay, you're good. You're good. Alright, so now we're on downwind. Let's try and get that 4,000 feet MSL and 70 knots. Do your checks and make your radio call.
Romeo, turning left base, landing 16.
On right downwind?
We're right downwind, yeah.
Okay. Fingernails traffic, helicopter 3040 kilos on right downwind for runway 16.
Good. Don't forget to bracket our calls with bend. So at the very end, just put bend at the end.
I'll get used to it.
Hey man, you're doing great. You're doing really good. I'm just trying to help polish it up.
Right.
So don't forget your checks. So verbalize lights out, top of the green.
Lights.
Married top of the green. Green to green. Fuel's good. Carb still out the yellow.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try and keep 4,000 feet and 70 knots. Maybe lower the collective a little bit and push forward a little bit. We've got a little bit of a climb going on.
And traffic, 1773 Romeo, turning final, landing 16 bend.
Okay, so we've got the final traffic in sight.
Yep, got it.
And then look down at where we're going to land. We've got all three options. Bravo, runway, Alpha, all clear. No traffic's moving up on the taxiways. Windsock still says 16 is a good idea.
Okay.
So we can beam our spot. Let's give ourselves plenty of time again. So we'll head out all the way out to the treatment plant. Okay. Maybe we'll lose 100 feet or so on the way. And we'll try and maintain 60 knots on the base and initial final. Maybe come down another 100 feet.
Okay.
Doing a real good job, by the way.
Thank you. Okay, 49, 3,900, 60 knots. And we clear right, clear center, clear left, gonna start turning right.
Okay, so you can make the call turning right base, 16.
Fingernails traffic, helicopter 3040 kilos, turning right base for runway 16, Fingernails traffic.
Good.
Okay, 4,900, 60 knots. Turning.
Okay, try and keep that airspeed, so nose down a little bit. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
Make a full left and right visual check. There's no final traffic coming in direct.
Okay.
There's no one on the other base. Okay, and then as you make your turn, you can make the call turning final 16, man.
Make a call?
Yeah.
Okay. Fingernails traffic, helicopter 3040 kilos, turning for final on runway 16.
Alright, keep that airspeed alive a little bit.
There we go.
Bend traffic, 1773 Romeo, clear the runway.
Start lowering collective. So we're looking a little, maybe a little tiny bit steep, so let's lower the collective a little bit.
Okay.
And then once we get to what I'd say is a more of a normal approach angle, we're just going to kind of hold that, using the collective up and down, and just gradually bleeding off the airspeed. On our final, do one more check, lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel good, carb heat's good. Okay, hold it there, we don't want to get any lower than that, so it's probably just fine, we'll just walk it in like this.
Okay.
And our cruise trim's off. And the runway's clear. So again, we'll go down to about 40 or 30, and then we'll do a go around and we'll do a climb out, okay?
Okay.
This is looking really nice, much more stabilized. This is much better.
Yeah.
Get right pedal.
Down.
And try and keep us on the center line as we come over. This is looking really good, really good. Maybe bleed up a little bit of the airspeed, so a little bit off cyclic, and lower the collective so that we don't balloon. Looking really good, really good. Okay, just hold it here.
Okay.
Hold it here. Looking nice. Okay, so pull in the power and push forward. Want to pull that power in, left pedal as we pull the power in. Nosing forward for a 40, 45 attitude. Keep coming up on the collective, left pedal, looking down the runway. There's our 45, so that's coming off cyclic, start climbing out. And you can make the call. Going around 16 right traffic.
They were what?
Go around 16 right traffic.
Binary traffic, helicopter 3040 kilo, go around right traffic 16.
Good. So a go around is an important tool because you don't have to land every time that you intend to land. If it looks wrong, if we're getting too steep, or I don't know, maybe someone just rolls out in front of you, that happens here, that does. So I want you to be confident to make a go around at any time.
Okay,
Keep climbing up, so a bit more power here. Another couple of inches of power, get up to our max continuous, help us get up to the altitude. Just remember, altitude and airspeed's our friend. The sooner we're in kind of that kind of slightly dicey area here, the sooner we get up to about 500 feet, we got much more to play with.
Okay.
Good, that was really good. That was a quantum leap from the one before. You're really picking this up quick.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, you're at 300 feet. And
60 knots.
60 knots.
Make a turn.
Yeah, make sure you clear before you turn.
Clear, clear, clear. Make a turn.
In the turn, make sure you don't let the nose come up or drop too much.
Okay.
And you may have to pull a little bit of power.
That's going to be a sharp one. Here we go. All right, not bad.
All right. So get ourselves up to 4,070 knots, do your checks and make your radio call.
Okay. Put that back, green, green, green. Okay. Binary traffic, helicopter 3040 kilos on right downwind for 16.
Bend.
I will get in the habit of doing that.
No worries. Dude, like I said, this is just polish. You're doing fantastic.
All right. 70 knots, 4,000 feet. Power's good. Green, green, green. All right. There's a bit of loud speed. Uh-oh.
Good.
And we start heading for the plant.
Yep, don't forget to check our spot, check our landing options, check our windsock. Windsock's maybe still in the same position, maybe swinging slightly to the south-southwest.
Okay.
The other option is we can get the weather.
More than 10. Sky condition clear below 12,000 feet. Temperature 23 Celsius. 2.13 Celsius. Altimeter 3026 inches of mercury. Remarks, density altitude 4,800
Keep on coming down.
feet.
60 knots and 3,800 will be our target for this turn. We'll just listen to the winds and then I'll get you back on radio.
Airport. Automated weather observation 1715 Zulu weather. Wind 190 at 5 knots. Visibility more.
Okay, 190, still favoring 16 south. Winds out the south.
All right.
So a little bit lower on the collective and keep your airspeed. So we've got about 100 feet to lose.
Okay.
So you can either say on base when you're on base, but when you're turning, you can say turning, and then they know to see an aircraft banking on the turn.
Binary traffic, helicopter 3040 kilos, turning to final, runway 16 bend.
Okay, this will be just a base call, so just say correction, right base.
Correction, right base bend.
Good. Let's keep the airspeed alive. We got a little bit low here, so let's pull some collective in and a little bit of airspeed back.
Okay.
So this will be kind of a low approach. Clear left and ahead and right.
Okay.
Yep, don't let us descend any lower than this. In fact, even come up a little bit, so a little bit up collective.
Okay.
There you go. And now you can make a right base to final, turning right base to final. Oh,
okay.
Or turning final 16.
Okay. Binary traffic, helicopter 3040 kilos, turning to final, runway 16.
Good.
Bend. Dang it.
No worries, man.
Right.
You'll get it. You'll get
Here
it.
we go.
So, like I said, we got a little bit low on that little bit there, but we got back up to where we want to be. So let's start the approach from here. Lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green, fuel good, carb heat, cruise trims off. It's looking a little bit steep, so let's lower that collective.
Yep.
Get that collective
Here
down.
we go.
Keep coming down with that collective. Keep coming down, keep coming down. Okay, so this to me looks like we're going to be too steep to be able to fix this one, right?
Right.
So, oh, we may be able to fudge it in, but that might be a time to think about a go around. But
okay.
All right, so our descent rate's pretty good. So when it gets, I still think this is probably going to get a little bit too steep and airy. So let's just do a go around now.
Okay.
So pull in power.
Okay.
Pull all the way into our max 5 minute or continuous left pedal as we pull power. Nose forward. Actually, we're in a good attitude already for a climb out.
Okay.
Okay, we just start climbing out. Clear as we climb. Make sure we're not about to fly up into anything.
Okay.
And this, what would the radio call be for this one?
Alright, go around. So.
Go around 16 right traffic, yep.
Alright. Bend air traffic, Helicopter 3040, kilos going around, right traffic 16.
Good.
Okay.
So,
Bullet 3.
like I said, this is not a failure of a landing. This is a good maneuver. I want you to do this whenever you don't feel like it's perfect, or you know, if you see if it's going to be too much work, this is the right thing to do.
Sure.
And I'll always be much happier with you doing that than trying to squeezing in and being on the limits.
Green, green, green.
Good. All right, so I'll try and stay quiet a little bit more on this one. I want you to try and work out the radio calls when you do the checks yourself a little bit more.
Okay.
And I'll expect you to get it perfect. You said you want to be pushed, so I'll just let you try and see how this one goes, okay?
Sure, sure.
Ask me, okay, I'm still here, you can ask me any question you want, but I just want to
Okay, sure.
hands off a little bit for you. Don't forget to verbalize clearing.
Say we're turning?
No, yeah, verbalize that you're clearing prior to a turn.
Clearing. Okay, so, you want to verbalize it? Okay.
Yeah, just say clearing left, right, center,
okay.
Turning right.
Airspeed. Bend air traffic, Helicopter 3040, kilos on right, base downwind for 16.
What did you say then? Did you say base downwind?
Right base downwind?
No, so this will be just right downwind. Right base is at the end there.
Oh, okay, that's base. Alright.
Yeah, so that's upwind, crosswind, downwind, base, final.
Okay.
No worries, man, you're doing a great job. Come up a little bit, get us up to that 4,000. And then don't forget to verbalize your checks on the downwind.
Red, green, green, green. Carb. Airspeed. RPM. So we got 3 places to land. All's look clear. Wind socket, looks like it's northerly heading. Still in our favor, 16.
Is it northerly heading or?
It's in our favor for 16.
Yeah, so the winds are out of the south right now.
Right.
A good way to visualize it is which way is the tail and the head of it facing, because that's the way the helicopter wants to face, and that will be when we face south.
Okay.
Our head and tail of the helicopter will match the head and tail of the windsock.
Okay.
Or close to.
So we're on base now?
No, we're still on the downwind. We just pushed our downwind out a little bit to make it easier. The base will be when we turn right towards the runway again.
Okay.
And then obviously once we turn towards the runway itself, the final 90 degrees is the final turn.
Okay, clear left, clear center, clear right.
Good.
Gonna be turning.
Okay.
Bend air traffic, Helicopter 3040, kilos, turning final 16. Bend.
Close. Turning right base.
Turning right base now 16.
Okay. Nope, so just say right base because we're turning onto the right base.
Okay.
And then once we get here and you make your next turn, then you're turning final.
Oh, so now we're going to be turning final.
We're on base right now.
Okay.
So if someone say, where are you? Say, I'm on base.
Okay.
And then once you make that turn to the runway, then you're turning final.
Okay, alright.
Okay, clearing again.
Clear left, clear center, clear right. Okay, we'll be turning right now.
Okay.
Bend air traffic, Helicopter 3040, so it's going to be turning for final 16.
Good. How's it looking? What do you think?
A little bit to the left.
A little bit to the left. How are we looking? Steep, shallow, normal?
Steep, pretty steep.
Okay, so let's
traffic,
get that collected down.
2044, taxi into run 6 for takeoff.
Try try and get a final check in.
Okay.
Lights out, top of the green, green, fuel, trims off, cruise trims off.
Okay.
Okay, so this one, again, this is kind of feeling more like we're in an auto, the descent that we got going on. So it's not I wouldn't say it's a normal stabilized approach.
Okay.
But we will continue on, and then when we get down to the bottom, I'll take the controls to finish it off, and we'll come up and we'll do some hover work, okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so let's start bringing up that collective. Let's stop that descent rate. There you go. We'll just try and walk this towards those 1,000 foot. So lower the collective a little bit more. Left pedal. Keep the airspeed in for now. Okay, there's our below 30. So now we've really got to be careful of the descent rate. Up on collective, up on collective. There you go. All right, my controls.
Okay, your controls.
Okay, my controls. So let's just get out of the way here. Good job, though. Good job. Like I said, it was a little bit, I think maybe we'll go out a little bit further next time to give you more time to get set up on the final.
Okay, sure.
Let's get out of the way here. So we will just follow this taxiway here, and then we'll make our call. So we're getting off at Bravo 5. Okay. So our call will be, once we're clear of the runway, it'll be exiting, or clear of 16, so people know what runway we were using.
Okay.
At Bravo 5.
Okay. Spinner traffic helicopter 3040 kilo is clear of runway 16 now on taxiway Bravo 5.
Okay, we're about to cross onto another movement area, so that's, or into a taxiway, so let's double check.
Clear right.
Clear left and clear ahead, and
okay.
No one looks like they're landing on us either, so
nope.
Let's move on round.
Okay.
A little bit of a fast taxi really for a student, but I want us to get to the area that we're going to work on, okay. So you can play with that sooner. So what I'll get us to do, I'm going to do some what's called control isolation and a hover.
Okay.
So to start with, I'll give you the pedals, and I'll get you to try and steer us around, do some pedal turns, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Then we'll switch it up. Maybe I'll give you the collective and get us to do some up and down movements.
Okay.
Then perhaps I'll give you the cyclic, and then we'll start combining them, okay? Sound like a plan? I know you've done this before. I know you've done some of this before with your previous experience, and
your call.
That's what you do. Yeah, it'll be you and I feeding each other out, making sure I'm not giving you too much rope too soon.
Okay, sure.
And it could be a good refresher for you.
Okay.
Nice thing is the wind's pretty calm, so we're not going to get too much, hopefully not too much pedal work as we get tailwind and crosswind from the left.
Right.
Have you read up on loss of tail rotor effectiveness, the areas that can cause that?
Nope.
Okay. So a little bit further on in your aerodynamic stuff, you'll get onto that. All right, so I'm going to take all the controls.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going to give you the pedals, okay? So the pedals are yours. Okay, you got the pedals?
Yep.
Okay, so keep us pointing it towards the south, so a bit of right pedal here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move us along this line. I want you just to keep us heading down this line.
Okay.
A little bit left there.
Traffic, fuel truck crossing 16 Bravo 3 to Alpha 3.
Good, okay. Not too much, there you go, a little bit right. And it's quite important for helicopters to keep their nose facing the way they're going, because if we have an engine failure, we don't want to roll onto the side skid and then roll over. We want to keep it just moving in the direction we're going. A little bit more right pedal, right pedal, right pedal. There we go. Okay. So we'll hold it here for a second.
Okay.
I want you to keep us in the direction, a bit more right pedal, a bit more right pedal. There you go. Hold it there. Good. Now, I want us to deliberately make a left pedal turn, a nice and slow left pedal turn. We'll just slowly do it. Slower, slower. So a bit more right. There you go. Nice and slow.
Okay.
That's good. That's the speed we want. That's really good. A little bit slower, a little bit slower. Okay, keep it coming around. We're going to go all the way around. So back to where we started. More left. That's it. That's nice.
Cardinal
Keep coming.
departing 16.
Keep coming around. Okay. Hold it there. Hold our heading. Let's get lined up with this line again.
Okay.
Good job. How'd that feel?
It's sticky.
All right. So keep holding us facing down the runway. So down the line. A little bit more right pedal. A little bit more right pedal. There you go. Hold it there. Now we're going to do a right pedal turn.
Okay.
Right pedal turn is a little bit more sensitive because what we're really doing is we're reducing the left.
Right.
So be very careful. A little bit more left pedal. A little bit more left pedal. A little bit too fast. Okay. Keep it coming round. Keep it coming round. Coming around a bit more.
Come on, come on.
Not too fast. A little bit more. Good. All right, let me just show you something. So my controls come off the pedals for a second.
Okay.
So I want you to just see, you can fly with just varying the amount of the left pedal. It's tricky, but what I'm getting at is it's not so much as pushing the right as it's easing off the left.
Okay.
So I've got a left pedal turn, and I come off the pedal, and I can go right.
Okay.
Because I'm just reducing the amount of tail rotor thrust.
Okay.
So you can be nice and light on these pedals. You don't have to put a lot of pressure on them or fight against them, you know, one pushing harder. Because if you're pushing both feet pretty hard, you're fighting yourself.
Right.
And you can get this kind of thing where you end up start doing this kind of stuff.
Okay.
You're doing that, just take a deep breath, come a little bit looser on the pedals. Remember, it's really just about increasing and decreasing the pressure of the left pedal.
Okay.
All right, okay, your foot pedals again. So bring your feet up. I'll control the throttle, collective, and cyclic. You have the pedals.
Okay.
Okay, so just confirm to me, say I have the pedals.
I have the pedals.
Okay, you have the pedals. So let's just hold us on that heading again. Hold us facing straight down this line here.
Unicom XL396 Alpha, radio check, please.
Now make a left turn for 180 degrees. So bring it all the way around to face behind us. Tail's clear as we make that turn. Another thing I want us to do is get into the habit before we do any pedal turns as we clear our tail. Make sure we're not about to spin that tail into someone.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to just push us along here, and I want you to just keep our heading, just like we did on the other way.
Okay.
A little bit more left pedal. There we go. Good. Good. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a left turn. We're going to follow that taxiway that goes to the left. Do you see how it kind of joins up here? So as we get to the join, we'll stop. I'll stop our forward movement. I'll get you to left pedal. Make sure we clear our tail on the right. Make a left pedal turn to we're facing down that intersection.
Okay.
And then I'll get you to hold that direction.
Okay, you're right.
Okay, keep our heading as you do that. Okay, so clear to the right for a left pedal turn. Okay, when you're ready, nice and slow. A little bit more. Keep coming around. Good. All right, and we'll just follow this for a little bit.
Okay.
So you got to put a little bit of right pedal in now. But just keep our nose in the same direction as our ground track. A little bit of left pedal. We've got a little bit of a left bend coming up.
Bend Unicom, this is Skyhawk 326 Mike Echo, radio.
Right pedal. There you go.
6 Mike Echo, loud and clear.
Thank you.
All right, we'll come over this spot, and then I want you to do a right 180 degree pedal. Remember, the right one's going to be a little bit more sensitive. It's going to come around a little bit quicker. Hold it here, hold it. Before we make the turn, just make sure the tail's clear.
All right.
Tail's clear my side for a right pedal turn.
That's good. Side's good. Hey, here we go.
And the amount of pedal you'll need will change as we go through the turn as the wind direction relative to the tail rotor changes and the vertical fin. That was nice. That was nice. That's the kind of control turn we want.
Easier right than left, I think.
Okay. Yeah. People get it.
For me.
Yeah. I mean, I think the right pedal does the work for you in some ways, but you just have to be ready with the left pedal to catch it. Don't let it get out of control. Nice. This is nice. So what we'll do is we'll just go back up to that line.
Okay.
And I'll get you to turn us right pedal to the south, and then we'll move on to something else, okay?
Okay.
Your legs doing all right? You're not getting cramped up or anything?
And traffic, this is Skyhawk 326 Mike Echo, taxiing to runway 16 via taxiway Alpha Bend.
Bend Unicom, Sirius 513 Pop Alpha, radio check.
3 Papa Alpha, loud and clear.
Okay, so we'll come to a stop, and you're going to make a right pedal turn, so let's make sure the left's clear. Left is clear.
Clear this way.
All right.
Red traffic, Skyline 9800 Papa is Sierra Bravo with Pro Air, taxiing via Alpha 216 behind Mike Echo.
Brilliant. Okay, hold it here for a second. Hold this heading, and we're just going to slowly put it down. I want you to just keep our heading as we put it down. Okay, and I'm lowering collective all the way down.
Send traffic 776.
Okay,
take off.
so we've got to get back on the ground pretty soon. So I think what we'll do now is we'll head back that way along this taxiway, back towards the north, and I'll give you the collective control. You'll be in charge of our up and down, okay? Okay, so I have full controls at the moment. You can just follow along. Make sure you're light on the controls if you're following.
Okay.
Okay, and as always, we don't take off a helicopter unless we make sure it's safe to fly, so lights out. top of the green for the
Carb's a little hot. Should we lower that?
Actually, it will do it's something called a carb assist. So as I pull up on the carb heat, the carb heat button will actually come down. If we'll go through this in more detail, but
okay,
yeah.
sure.
But, lights out. Married in top of the green, 3 in the green. Fuel's still good, and carb heat's way out the yellow. That's fine.
Okay.
And we're clear left and right. Okay, some eyes are outside as we pick up.
Okay.
Make sure the cyclic control is still free and I haven't accidentally put the frictions on. As I'm pulling up on collective, I'm automatically putting in some left pedal.
Okay.
We'll get light on the skid soon. We're about 18 inches, 19 inches, eyes outside. Bit too much left pedal, so I put right pedal in there, fix that. We've got a slight roll to the left because I'm quite a bit heavier than you, and we've got the main fuel tank on this side.
Okay.
We'll come up to about a 2-foot hover, check our manifold pressure limits, 22 inches, that's fine. I'm going to make a right pedal turn because I can see to the left, I can clear my tails and make the right pedal turn.
Okay.
Nice slow pedal turn. And we're going to make a call here, just let people know what we're doing. So, what we're going to say is we are taxiing Bravo taxiway north to south.
Okay. Taxiing Bravo taxiway north to south.
Yeah.
Okay. Bender traffic Helicopter 3040 kilos on Bravo taxiway, moving north to south.
Good.
Bend traffic.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Yeah.
All right, so I got all the controls, but I'm going to hand over the collective. So if you can take the collective, and as you take the collective, make sure that you only have a couple of fingers loosely on the throttle.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe come a little bit further back. So you want 2 fingers and your thumb on the foam part, and the other 2 fingers on the metal part behind that. And that way you can't over grip the throttle control as you're moving the collective.
Okay.
Okay, so you have the collective.
Okay, I have the collective.
All right. So just hold this hover here, and we'll just slowly move along. I just want you to maintain this hover height.
Are you doing pedals?
Yeah, I've got everything else.
Okay,
You're just collective on this one right now. You're welcome to follow along if you want.
Okay.
But I just want you to be loose on the controls other than the one that you've got. So we're getting a little bit low, so come up on the collective a little bit. And then lower a little bit if we get too high. It's good. Try not to focus too close ahead, so keep it rise out, maybe 100 feet ahead at least.
Okay.
So that way we're still scanning for traffic, but our peripheral vision is picking up any movements up and down.
Okay.
This is really good. So I'm going to bring it to a hover here for a second.
Okay.
Don't let it sink. There we go. All right, now I want you to deliberately just lower us down an inch, a foot. Hold us there. Good. Now bring us up. Hold it there. Now bring us up another foot. Keep coming up. Keep coming up. Good. All right. Now let's bring us all the way back down to about 2-foot hover. Good. Nice, smooth, small movements, and there's always a little bit of delay in the input to the actual result. Okay, so I want you to take collective and pedals.
Okay.
Collective and pedals are yours. Let me know you have them.
Yep, got them.
Okay, you've got collective and pedals. I have the cyclic. So I'll deal with our ground track and our forward movement. You deal with left and right yaw and up and down.
Okay.
Nice job.
Thanks.
All right, so in a second, I'm gonna bring us to a stationary hover, and I want us to do the same maneuver with the up and down.
Okay.
And I want you to see that as you up and down collective, you're gonna have to make sure you put left pedal, right pedal in to fix that. A little bit left pedal, fix that. A little bit more left pedal. Okay, so I'll bring it to a stationary hover here for a second.
Okay.
Hold our track, left pedal. Okay, keep left pedal in, left pedal. Just facing down there, there you go. All right, lower the collective down to about 1-foot hover.
Okay. Okay. Let me restart, here we go.
Left pedal. Okay, hold it there, hold it there. No worries.
Funny, when I don't have the cycling, it feels different.
You're welcome to follow along if you want. You want to just put your hand up there and follow along.
There we go, okay. Here we go, that feels better.
Good, all right. Now I want us to bring us up into a high hover, maybe about 5 feet. Hold it there. Don't let it sink. Come up a little bit more. Left pedal. Hold it here. Hold it here. No higher than this.
Bend traffic. This is Skyhawk 326.
Okay, now bring it back down to a low hover.
16. Turn out to the east. Bend.
A little bit lower. All the way down to 1 foot. Nicely done. A little bit lower. Oh, actually, let's hold it here. Let's hold a normal 2 to 3 foot hover. Now, I want you to do those pedal controls that we did earlier on, but you're in charge of pedals and collective. Okay, so let's do a left 360, a nice slow left 360.
Okay, clear my way.
Good. Don't let us get up too high. Let's try and hold that 2 foot hover, maybe 2 to 3 foot hover. Nice and slow.
Okay, come on.
A little bit slower.
Bad traffic. Epic 4
Keep it coming around. Slower, slower. Keep it coming.
Left downwind to 16.
Slow it down, slow it down. Good. Okay, let's do a right 360. So we'll clear my side for a right pedal turn.
Clear my side.
Okay, remember this one's the one that can speed up very quickly, so make sure you are ready to counter it with your left pedal.
Very good. Come on.
Come around.
Bend area traffic, trailing 735 Foxtrot Delta is 8 miles to the northwest. Gonna enter, cross midfield, enter left downwind 16, looking for traffic 7 miles to the west.
Good job. Hold us on this heading.
Intercom.
All right.
Diamond, November 521 Delta Delta is taxiing from the south.
I want you to just slowly put us down on the ground. Okay, so just lower the collective.
Traffic here,
Left pedal, lower collective.
taking off 16, departing to the northeast.
When we make ground contact, I want you to just continue to lower the collective. Don't hold us in this hover with a one skid on the ground.
Traffic to Skyhawk 226 Mike Echo, departing to the
Lower
southeast.
collective. Good. Good job. Then we'll do the same. I want you to do a pickup. On the pickup, remember it's a 2-stage pickup.
Right.
And then I'll have to scoot us back to the box. So, you've got the pedals, you've got the collective, I'll be in control of the cycle. You can certainly follow along, absolutely. I can bring it down to you if you want to be a little bit easier on here.
There we go.
So as you come up, before you come up rather, lights out, top of the green, 3 in the green, feel good, carb heat, make sure we're good to fly.
Okay.
So say, okay, I'm ready to pick up.
Alright, lights off, green, tab green, carb. Okay. Alright, ready to pick up?
Okay, you have, just to verify, you have collective and you have pedals, I have cyclic.
I have collective and pedals.
Okay, so when you come up, I want you to get us light on the skid and don't pull up any further until we fix whatever it is that we're doing.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Try and keep your eyes out on the horizon somewhere. You can see more movement better. If you look straight down, you can get kind of exaggerate over your spots. Try and look out to the horizon a little bit. Maybe a couple of 100 feet out is probably good. Keep coming in to double check your manifold pressure.
Traffic, helicopter 745 Tango, picking up at leading edge for Alpha 2, bend.
Okay, left pedal, left pedal. Okay, keep coming up. I've got some drift, left pedal. Left pedal as you come up. That was nice. That was really good.
Oh, cool.
Okay, my controls.
Okay, your controls.
Good job. That was really good. I'm just going to have to expedite this.
Bend area traffic, trailing 735 Foxtrot Delta is 4 miles to the west, entering, crossing midfield, left downwind 16.
Okay, so we're going to get up into an air taxi, and then we're going to hopefully be clear to cross the runway.
Okay.
I want to check on the other side as we come across.
You got a helicopter, the R-44 over there.
Got it?
Okay.
All right. A little bit slow here. Okay, can you clear us to our right? Make sure there's nothing on final.
Yep, clear to the right.
Okay, I'll make a turn. Make our call in a second. Bend traffic, helicopter 40 kilos, crossing 16, Bravo 3 to Alpha 3. Bend.
Traffic there is 503 Papa, Alpha's left crosswind departure northeast end.
Double check we're clear. So when we do air taxis, we're trying to overflight anything.
Okay.
That if we had an engine failure, we don't want to have to start swerving around things.
Okay.
Still clear on the taxiway as we come down. We'll just do a normal approach back to a hover.
Okay.
Clear left and right.
Bend traffic, this is Skyhawk 226 Mike Echo, 5 miles to the southeast, 6,200 heading, bend.
Okay, and I'll put us back in the box and get us done. So now transitioning to a normal hover about 3 feet.
Okay.
Bend traffic, helicopter 7425 Tango, holding short, runway 16 at Alpha 2.
Bend traffic, helicopter 40 kilos, moving from Alpha back to leading edge, helicopter box bend. Feel free to follow along with the controls. We'll get over this line, follow the line in. Normally Normally we would be a little bit slower putting this back and everything, but like I said, we were getting low on time. I wanted to make sure we weren't late back into the box. Normally this would be...
Bend area traffic, standing 735 Foxtrot Delta is left downwind, runway
all the controls here while you're setting down?
Bend.
Say again?
Will you be doing all the controls while we set down here?
Yeah.
Or you want me? Okay.
Yeah, I don't want us to... this isn't a place for harbor practice, really.
Tango taking off out the taxiway, parallel runway 16, right traffic.
Alright, lowering collective and rolling down, watching the RPMs, fingernails up so I can only roll one way. Roll down 75 is one of the first steps. And then I get the frictions on.
Okay.
You can grab that one for me, just push that all the way back. Make sure RPMs don't drop into the yellow zone, and then if you can grab shut down, oh, wrong one. If you can grab shut down.
Okay.
As a timer started, we'll say that it will be starting now. Okay, so.
Okay, collective RPM 75%, cyclic collective landing lights off.
Good. Nav light can come off as well.
Fuel order call, CHT drop 2 minutes and 30
Bend traffic, Skyline 9800 Bravo.
So we've been running for about 15 seconds since we came down 75 stabilized. Let's get this carb heat down. We don't need that anymore. I'm going to turn the radios off as well.
Okay.
So the carb heat going down will help us get the temperatures down too.
Okay.
So when it goes down, we don't need it anymore. We can lock it.
Oh, it locks. Okay.
Yeah.
So this yellow right here, is that because of resonance?
Absolutely, yeah. It's called tail, in the Robinson called it tail resonance. And so the vibrations of the tail from the drive shafts and the main rotor and the tail rotor kind of work in harmony to create this resonance that builds up, builds up, builds up. You don't have it in the 44, it's just the 22 has that little yellow band that we stay off.
I watched a video of that with a Chinook actually.
Pulled itself apart.
Yep.
So that was probably ground resonance, which is kind of similar but a different cause. It's usually where you hit the ground roughly with a fully articulated system and they can start to then throw themselves out of balance.
Okay. Alright, what's the time?
We have 1 minute 15, so another 45 seconds to go on cool down.
Okay.
Plus we've also got to make sure that that cylinder head temperature gets below 300.
Right.
You also hear people call it sympathetic resonance, is another name. Sympathetic resonance, where the pieces that are moving are sympathetic to make this resonance worse and worse.
Okay.
Tail resonance or sympathetic resonance.
Okay.
So I'll get you to actually do these pieces as we go through, okay?
I like doing that, yeah, totally agree. Okay. Third time is around 2 minutes yet?
No, another 15 seconds, and...
We're not there yet.
So if that's 200 and that's 350, 300 is going to be center between those two white lines.
Okay.
On hot days it takes a little while to cool down.
Right.
There's our 2 minutes. I say we're still a tiny bit in above 300 right now, so we're just going to wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
I'll make sure we roll down to 75 and we're not 78, 76. How's that looking to you? That looks like we're just in the middle and slightly off to the left now, so...
Okay, throttle closed.
Okay, so fingernails up. Look, watch the RPMs as you do it, so that if you're going the wrong way, you can fix it.
Okay, I'm going to pull all the way, I'm going to close it close.
Yeah, close it close to you. You don't have to go into the detent. You just close it till it stops moving.
Alright, here we go.
Okay, so go ahead and do that. Okay, now the next step.
Okay, throttle closed, clutch switch disengaged. So pull it all the way back?
Yep, so putting the safety off and then bring it back to us.
All the way back?
Yep. So there's the switch. Clutch light is on because it's disengaging. Our time now is 3 minutes, so we've got another 30 seconds to go before we move on.
Okay, 30 seconds. Then pull idle cutoff, which will be... no, not that.
Yep, no, this is the fuel mixture for idle cutoff. Like I said, anytime you touch anything down here, make sure you say identifying fuel cutoff.
Okay, so we're going to push all the way down?
So it's already down, so we take the cover off, and what it's a case of doing is you have to push that button
and then pull it all the way down.
And then pull it up. So to make sure you tell me into the habit of saying, okay, identifying mixture cutoff, pulling mixture cutoff.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, we're done now for 30 seconds, so you can go ahead and do that.
Identifying mixture cutoff, pulling mixture cutoff.
Okay.
Okay, alternate radios. Off.
Okay. Yep.
Apply rotor brake after 30 seconds.
Okay, about another 10 seconds, you'll be ready to pull the rotor brake.
Okay.
So the idea with the rotor brake is we want to yank it you know, we don't want tons and tons of pressure on it. We just want to start slowing the blades down. Okay, you can go ahead with that.
Okay. I can get out perfect.
Oh, that's good.
Almost.
That's good. That's good.
Right, so, master.
Before you turn that off, one thing you want to check is the clutch light out, because it's got to finish disengaging, which it has, so
Okay.
you can then turn the master off.
Okay.
We're done.